Good morning, Azeroth. It is the 17th of October 2024. Grab your morning beverage and welcome to the stream. Today we'll be knocking out our Bountiful delves, trying to earn up a little bit of gear so we can tackle the high difficulty stuff. Without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well this morning. You're almost through the week. Keep at it. I have every faith in you. You've got this. As we were getting our caches and such yesterday, we did a delve or two to wrap up the day, and we ended up getting one of those fancy maps. That little trove will certainly help us out. Before we get running into the delves, we're going to quickly knock out those work orders. Need to go to the wallbank. I'm going to be elated in the anniversary patch when they add it so work orders can be completed
supply of goods
with stuff from the bank. Grab the null stones just in case. No, we shouldn't need more than those. I still have a load of stuff I didn't put in the other day. Or the pinnacle cache, oh no. Money in kedge, I'll take it. I need to go and spend that kedge on stuff. Alright, let's have a look-see. We're looking for stuff that gives us knowledge. More than all else. Birds crafts are nice, but then the stuff that requires the sanctified alloy, it's a bit much. Wait, is that the reusable rune? Like the... Or is that a one-time use? We don't have the resources for it anyway, but I'd have to bear that in mind. Ooh, this is a double. Absolutely do this one. Need a core alloy. We're full up on concentration, so if we need things to be a higher rarity, we can just bump that up. We don't in this case, though. Fortunately. There's one. Acuity. Acuity's fine, but the knowledge is better. That's a 2. So the hammer and... Ooh, not doing the null stone. No. Do the hammer. I'm glad how easy these are to do. I think when we get the alt train rolling a bit more and we have multiple characters, you know, one of each profession doing these, it will help them all get leveled up in their various professions. See, which was the other one that gave us... It's just the one that just requires a core alloy. And this makes it so much simpler. What I was doing in Dragonflight is I was basically making work orders for myself from my alts. And it was just a lot of logging back and forth, mailing materials about. It was very fiddly. And it just created a bit of a roadblock in trying to get that train going and leveling stuff at a decent rate at all. But again, we need to double check that we can actually get experience from crafting stuff. It looked like we did on our leveling journey, but it's been a while now.
I can't use that item yet.
Yes, you can. I believe. There we go. Chunk of blacksmithing stuff. Okay, that lets us learn other stuff. See which one that is. One-handed long blade. Ooh. Fancy. And the main goal for a lot of this for me is just gathering transmogs more than anything else. Those are just skills. So while again I could forge something that gear-wise would be better, I am more so looking just to grab each and every transmog. Okay, there's still 2 up here, which are new to learn. But we'll keep going into long blades. I always have a bias and an affinity for great swords. That's just my go-to in just about any video game. Let's get all these different bits and bobs squirreled away into the warbank.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Get it all chucked back in. Again, a wee bit ago we did do a clean out. Oh, it's actually putting them down there properly. Take that gem, take those cooking ones, pop those in there. I'll do an actual reorganization of like the names and the layout of these at some point. It'd be nice if I could click this and drag it beneath the other one. Then that'd save me going through, but at least it knows where to put things. So I'll take that. And I can put some of these others in as well that aren't soulbound. I've got those cursed goldfish. I know, ever since getting burned by the fishing derby, I have not returned to it.
My directive has been fulfilled.
Oh, there were a couple on the other side. Yeah.
My directive is to serve you.
Go.
Return.
We can go and spend our 2 little earth encrusted gems as well. Get us some transmog. Those were in here. So that was a chunk of ensembles. Tried to buy 1 of each. I'm trying to see where there's a 4 and where there's a 3. 3, it looks like I've bought 1 for already. See, which colour wise for this one? Grab the light colour for that. A fancy elegant recolour. Some of that red actually goes quite well with our tabard at the moment. Grab the purple though, change things up there. Lovely. Accidentally bubbled, that's fine. Well, we got an upgrade for our chest piece yesterday. I'll quickly enchant that, lest I forget. What was the name of the enchant? Upworn Strength.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
And not the fully leveled. Goodness me. So pricey.
My directive has been fulfilled.
Get the 2nd level one. Still a bit pricey for our taste, but you know, do what we can. I think the tier 3 will make enough of a difference. There we go. See if we can upgrade it. Hello, friends. I got a chest piece. Can't. Thought they would, but all the others again need the ruined ones. That's a hard lock at the moment. Sell that off to our friend Garib. We use him for everything.
I have calibrated my prices to be
He's like my
reasonable.
go-to NPC. Wish there was some way for stuff that I've crafted where I've got an upgrade that I could break it down to get a few components back. That'd be nice. At least as the crafter of something, you know. Not that if you sold it to someone then they could dismantle it, but if you're using your own stuff... Oh, we're back in Earthcrawl Mines. Again, I'm unsure if the Bountiful Delves are... like set every day. Thank gods it isn't the waterworks again. I think they are, but maybe we're just getting unlucky with some of them. Let's get to it. And we'll be going through the tier rates, trying to get some gear upgrades. It's tier 11 at the moment, it's just booping us on the snoot.
We are the seekers
Yep,
of light.
we'll get that flamethrower. Let's be quick, this place gives me the willies. The goal for this Nerubian Wood. Do not stand in a web. Odds of that happening? Not very high. I'm pretty sure it just happens there. And the fact they can just spawn on you frustrates me. We'll see. We might be able to get it for once. Enemies who knock them onto you as well. Grabbing the potions. And the shriek. Don't forget to use the flamethrower. Actually does a reasonable amount of damage. As far as I can tell. At least while we're clearing the webbing. Not as much when we can just beam something in the face. No, see there where they launch the webs? That makes it difficult. No webs. Be gone. There we're at. Another open chest already. Just have some kind of treasure goblin being like, I nicked all your chests, and then you have to come get it. That'd be nice. Always reiterate the feedback, just on the off chance it gets seen. Someone who can send that up a pipeline. You gotta hope, right? There's no point doing it otherwise. Hey, Bran, come get some bismuth. No bonus chunk today. But freshly mined. Got this little doohickey.
Fantastic!
That's very nice, Bran. It's very nice.
Beladar, shift in your favor.
Alright, here comes the ambush.
I need to get closer.
It's probably one of the tougher bits when we were in lower item level gear. Especially when you compare it to the other variants of the delve.
I'm out of range.
Thank you, T-Rex.
It's too far away.
Keeping an eye out for webbing. Hey, look. And we've got the little flyers in the air dropping webs down on us. Come here. Desist. Take this moment to get out of the way. We spied it. To clear things out that little bit faster. Web bolter. Always get them first. Dinny Lake 'em. Gonna make some webs. Turn them down. There. Where are your pushins, Bran? Thank you. Move around those. Get them out of here. Come on, you swine. Avoid them again. Okay, so far I feel like we haven't stood on one. We get through the whole thing without doing so? Now that's hard to say. Ooh. A thingamabob. Take that.
Nice fight.
What fuse all got? Attempts to ascend. Make sure we focus them down. Don't really let anything ascend. Don't quite know the functionality of it. But I'd rather not find out. Nope. We could have right there. I just didn't want it healing it. That was my fault. It will just bring something back to full health. As well as giving them a buff of some kind. And the high difficulties, and when we were first in here, we were repentancing? That probably was. Making sure we weren't pulling too much at once, but at the moment, in the gear we've got, we seem alright. Depending on the mod pack specifically. Some of the Koibis ones are a little more... Well, we were about to die there. But I thank Bran for his diligence. Also on me not picking up the heals fast enough. Here we go. More burny. Running away? I think not. What view's got an unknowable Zekfir buff because for some reason we still don't know whether or not they want to show the player that information. Unclear. Why did we untarget game? Tough. Okay. I'm wondering for delves going forward. Obviously at the moment they're set in the way the achievements lay it out. It's like, oh, the Nerubian delves, the Order of the Night delves, that kind of thing. If they'll get to a point that we know they don't want to do like procedurally generated areas, but will it get to a point where no web? They could change up the enemies in a delve in terms of the faction of enemies. We know when they do the different variants, it changes it up. Could they go even a step beyond that? Again, they never want to get into the procedural realm. They want things to be bespoke, which is a good thing. Well, maybe in terms of keeping variety up, they just need to figure out how it triggers which delves is bountiful. At the moment, we're often getting the same few. Again, that might just be the day of the week that we're mainly doing delves, or we're just getting super unlucky. I'd be more than happy if they pushed more variety in that sense. Again, I think by the time we're running up more and more alts up through the expansion, if each of them goes through each delve once to complete the quest for a chunk of XP, and by the time we've done, like, you know, 10 alts, let's say, we'll have a good old chunk of those done, I imagine, both for finding the chests in that meta achievement and all the different story variations. Because that's the hope. Mind the charge. Oh, a bit more ore. Lovely.
I need a target. Found a bit of gold!
Ah, you mean it when you say a bit, Bran. Wouldn't it be great? Found a lot of gold, champion! Look at this pile! 4,000 gold! You know, once a blue moon. Okay, it's angry web grab. Don't like that one. Just because suddenly you're taking a huge amount more damage. It wasn't necessarily clear. I think it is just the cone like Zekfir themselves use. So it's a little more manageable with that understanding. Assuming I'm right. Goddamn web spinner. Doing it again. Standing them. Stuff like that where it's kind of on a ramp. Be careful. last one. That we will, Lamplighter, that we will. Any sneakies off to the side? No? Right, now I don't believe we've stood in any of those damn webs. So I think we should be fine.
They'll never use that move.
Go, no dots. Keep grabbing the potions. Okay, that one. Keep topped off. There we go. Hey, we did it. Aha. Now we'll be way less careful.
That's more like it.
Okay, we made it hidden delve, so we get our trove at the end. Come on, upgrade. Preferably not the chest piece we've just done. Ooh. Okay. So now that we've got enough of them, we can now trade them for the ruined ones, meaning we can actually upgrade quickly. Awesome. That's going to be a big help. Better than either of the others. It would be better than the Wildfire Wick, because just having strength as a baseline would be better. But not when it's not at that item level. I don't think. Right, but if we can go and trade those, then we absolutely go and do so. Flip it on back to Dornagol. Oh, and that's our Drakthea friend, I believe, Vascan. Letting us know, hello, now you can come and trade crests. Especially when we have 300 of the weathered, 246 of the carved, right? This might be a big enough upgrade if we can get enough of them. I don't know what the conversion rate will be. This might very well bump us up. I was just checking some on OBS. Sometimes it looks at me funny. Morning, Rammies. Hope you're doing well this morning. Look what we just unlocked. We can now trade our carved crests for the ruined ones. So you might have been right the other day that you can exchange them. It's just we had to unlock it first. So I'm glad to see that. Terrifying. Truly terrifying. These Harbinger crests tap into some dark energies like I've never seen before. But on the good news front, your carved Harbinger crests, it appears they're not so different from runed Harbinger crests after all. We should be able to transmute them given an adequate supply from the carved variety. We remain in Dornegal. Yours, Baskan and Kuzlov. I like getting mail from NPCs. I don't know, it's just fun. It doesn't happen often. Give me some mail from the old NPCs from like the Legion Order Hall, or even older than that. Hello, Captain Halford from Rafford Lich King. How have you been?
There is much
Things
to
are
be
getting
done.
crazy over here.
Fair skies and strong winds.
That's right, it seems like maybe you must have just unlocked it yourself first. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. So we can do the purple ones for a thingy one. And it's the ruined ones we need. I just got to make sure I do this correctly. No worries, bub. It's alright. All our videos go up on the various playlists on the channel if you ever want to catch up. And there's no pressure for folks to constantly be here live. I appreciate the support. And happy belated birthday then. I hope you had a lovely time. Did you do anything fancy or was it just a chill day? That's 30 of them right there, so that's an upgrade. Okay.
In unity,
Pop
find
these.
strength.
It's still recharging. It's not ready yet.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, bub. Ain't nothing wrong with a chill day.
So many possibilities.
You enjoyed that well-earned rest. Okay.
Farewell.
Oh, lovely stuff. You get the good old mix then, friends and family. Glad to hear it for you, bub.
I will do my duty.
Could add the shoulder pads. That would mean we can swap out the ones we have. But they're currently on a tier set bonus. We want to try and get that up to the 4 set. So I think that'll be one of the last things we upgrade. We could also do the weapon to do a new one of those. I'm doing alright, Ramirez. I'm doing alright. Keeping on supping those beverages. Keeping myself together. Well, the weather's been a little drizzly and cold. It's not been too bad. I prefer a bit of cold. It's way easier to warm up than it is to cool down, so I'm happy. Piece has the most strength on it. We do the helmet. That bumps us up a chunk. How many on the weapon would I have to do for it to overtake? It only goes up by 7 item level. I'm not too bothered by as of yet. Do the helmet. And we've gone through all those crests pretty quickly, but the ability to now transmute and go through them, pretty happy with. Wearing the wrong arm piece. Double check, make sure that is indeed all my PvE stuff. Yep, all good. Lovely. Keep that little bop of 100 Valor Stones for some time in the future. Yeah, a bit of an upgrade. I appreciate that, game. Nice little bonus surprise. We pop over to Garib. Sell that spare trinket.
I have an extended supply of goods for
I saw we could socket the PvP ones with a thing. I assumed there was a PvE one as well. I'll consider it as we get, like, once my item level gets to about 615, 620-ish, then I think sockets might help push us over to the edge for tier 11 and for Zekfia double question mark. I only have so much gold. I know that gems and enchants get expensive. Alright, where to next? The Dread Pit. We'll make our way there then. Ah, pricey for someone who has been WoW poor for the longest time. I could be refining and getting all my crafting, herbalism and blacksmith and mining nodes onto the auction house, but I'm just building a stockpile. So then when I get to different alts, they can just craft and it will not be a bother. We'll see how time goes though. Yeah, the anniversary event might give us a few upgrades in item level too. So if I want to use all my capable means of getting the new bronze currency to grab all those delicious transmogs and goodies, we'll have to be doing some group content. Which I understand. The anniversary stuff usually isn't too difficult, so that should be fine.
New things come down rivers and skyholes. Too much.
It's
Help
okay,
us out.
Skitter.
Point out any good scrap.
Alright, in we go again. We got the achievement for avoiding the spider webs, so I don't have to worry about that now. Ooh, this was a new one. Throw a device in an area that I should have read a dialogue. I was just moving through. Aye, but it's okay. It's what I'm used to in the game. Was it just... You said distract, so I thought it would work like a bomb. Yep, I still have to... I have seen it. Oh, they just kind of keep wandering. Okay. How long for? Maximum health load will explode on death. That's not cool.
Found a bit of gold.
Oh, thank you, Bran. Strange. How are these Nerubians controlling the Scaradin? Don't know. This little skitterer. Get him out of here. I regret my impatience. I wanted to hear a dialogue, but there we are. Oh, no. Bran, don't just fight them all. It's okay, Bran. We don't need to. Oh no, there was a little spider that got involved. Bran, can you deal with that? It sounds like he's trying to in the background. Don't let it kill me, Bran. That'd be really embarrassing. It's like an ankle biter. You got it. It's fine.
More like it.
That's an open chest. Don't need to bother with that. Oh, as in like when one explodes, it blows up the others? Fascinating. Get him. Top, top. Keep grabbing the potions. So weird. Oh, I see, and then it triggers a chain reaction. Feels like it could get out of hand.
The answer's here. I can feel it.
Our repair kits were stolen by the sky.
I'm out of
Get him out. Okay. Still need to keep an eye on for any sturdy chests that might be
That's more like it.
hidden off round a corner somewhere. Don't quite know how sneaky they'll get with him. Appreciate the offer, Ramis. That's very kind. At the moment, the morning stream, we do this for between 2 and 4 hours, and then spend the next couple of hours editing shorts and doing busy work. Then I have a couple hours for house stuff, eating, a bit of exercise, and then I get on with an evening stream before going to bed and doing the same thing. I don't have too much in the way of teams. But again, I very much appreciate the offer. Maybe one day as the schedules get more ironed out, or I feel up to pushing more groupy content in WoW. Trying to keep on top of things for the moment. And it's only been end of July when I started streaming. So we're still very much in those early stages. I'm trying to be patient. There we go. Okay, what have you got? Okay. They're just a little faster. With those potions. Oh wait, get out of here, Zekfir. Boop. Do their explosions hurt other enemies, I wonder? Let's have a look. Does it hurt the spider? No. Unfortunate. I appreciate it. I suppose... I know, I've always enjoyed doing silly voices for characters when playing games, even just by myself. And then some years of dungeon mastering for a D&D group end up projecting your voice a lot more. And some of the shorts from the streams that I've done well, the WoW ones, are the ones going over like when they did like a cinematic, people said very similar stuff. Mind you, some of the voices I've done, I imagine, did not go over so well. I'm not trained by any means. I just find it fun. Narration and looking into, like, that was certainly an avenue of employment I looked into before getting into streaming. Like voiceover and stuff like that. But not only is it also very competitive, but you're competing with folks who have like a full and proper setup. Like, I've got a decent mic, like it's but I don't exactly have a soundproofed area. I do not have the capabilities at the moment to really set up one, so that was kind of a bit of a roadblock. I've done a bit of work for some folks. Nothing I can talk about, as it may never see the light of day, but I've helped out a few friends here and there. It's always something I'd be considering, I'd be happy to do. But like with streaming or anything else in the creative industries, providing entertainment, you just got to build it up, got to practice. At the moment, it's trying to find the time, while still giving yourself a moment to breathe. That was the issue when I first started streaming. I was doing the this show in the mornings, on weekends as well, and then editing the shorts and doing it. Just got a little overwhelming. Needed to take a step back and be like, right, I don't need to push this so very hard. Or what tends to happen, at least for me, is I've overdone it and got into a new idea, hobby, profession, tried to really push it too hard, too fast, gotten overwhelmed, and then just given up because it was far too much. And I don't think that's an uncommon thing for a lot of folks. But understanding that's a trap I can fall into and trying to just pull it back a little bit at the recommendation of friends and doctors. It's certainly helping a little.
You'll find me wherever the action is.
I'd still like to do more edited videos as well. We will see. We'll take that lightning bot. Any more we are? Anything hiding in the cave bit? Nay, we're alright. Here we are. Right, a few more scattering. Boop. And then the big one. The other thing when talking about variety, even though the stories in the dungeon change, the delve rather, change, the last boss never does. That would be something they can do. I wouldn't want it to just be like a recolor of the same mob, but maybe one that does some different attacks. And I'm sure they've got a lot of feedback and plans for future delves. Aye, but that's the plan. Just gotta keep at it. Top tough. Avoid the burrowing spider. Oop. Oop. Mitigate some of that damage. There we go. Hey, that's all the stories for the Dread Pit. Bran is getting more powerful. Let's see what we get. More crests. Some bonus goodies. Small gold. And in the big one. Not an upgrade. I've unlocked a ground mount. The little schnuffler. Go pick that up in Gundergaz. Yum.
Little things come down rivers
Bit
and
of
skyholes.
all.
Too much. Help us out. Point out any.
I'm sorry, Skitter. We're doing other things. Mining. Nearly got the bismuth here all the way through. I imagine that
We've
champion
got
belt won't be anything on our
hostiles.
616
We need
belt.
to step up and engage them. We want to preserve this place.
It's alright, Brimp. We've got alts doing that. How many crystals will it be, Squick?
Ask where I got it.
More than we have. That's alright. It was to be expected. Left on there. The flying mount, which was a glowy bee. Alright, where to next in Hallowfall then? Mushrooms. Then in Ashkahet, the Underkeep again. I think we've all the stories in Underkeep. I know they nerfed the rewards from Zekfir, but they weren't ones I gave a toss about, so it's just some crests and stuff, so it'll still be worth going and booping him at the lower tier. Just to get a few bits and bobs. Ooh. Where are those little foxes from? They're like the shop one. A nice minimalist transmog as well, very nice. I can't help myself, I just have to oogle transmogs sometimes. And a Dalaran person, blue. I like some of that hunter set, but it's got the shaman water hair going on. Very nice. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flight path us over to, what was it? Dunel's Kindness. No, that was that one. Family Farm. That was it.
Begin speaking.
Alright, and while we head there, I'm just going to take a quick bio break. I'll be back shortly. Get yourselves a beverage. Have a refresh. I will see you in a moment. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Let me just get my headset back on. Oh. Have a swig of his beverage. Is I have seen the revamped Ascended look. What I find really, like, a really good sign is that when they first showed it off and it was that crazy big hair. Little much for my taste, but I thought at least they're getting a new model. Then in response to feedback, they released that second version with the helmet. And what I really like is that they've said, we'll give you a glyph if you want to either go back to the original, or if you want to use the crazy hair one, and the new helmeted one will be the baseline. So that saves the devs work, and just gives people more choice and more customization. I love that. It's interesting as the crazy hair was, I definitely am more of the more sleek helmet design.
The sacred flame.
I do wish Shamans had a little more customization with their elementals. Like, you know how like Warlocks can go to the barber or Druids can go to the barber and they can change a load of stuff now? I'm pretty sure Death Knights can do it with their ghouls as well. It'd be really cool if Shamans, like for your Earth Elemental, for example, if you could be like, I want this model. Because there are so many Elemental models in the game now that I feel like it's a no-brainer to give Shamans those options. I'm sure that's something that's come up. And it's just finding the development time to do so. Nasty spores. Let's say there's a lot of cool stuff that they can make use of like that. Oh no, it's an evil pig. I hate to see it. Don't want your muddy trotters. Well, they've been slowly adding them over time. It wouldn't surprise me if it's in the pipeline somewhere, you know? Bit of fish in the delve. You spores. Phew. Get out of it. Come on, Bran, let's get... Oh dear. Let's get a bit of fish. Catch of the day. I find it a shame that they didn't have dialogue for everything Bran says, but again, maybe that's something they can look into going forward for future NPCs in Delves. A lot of voice work gets done way in advance, so over time when they're like, oh, we added this feature for Bran to be able to do profession stuff, but the VO is already done, can't get them back in time, that kind of thing. Now that they've made Delves the first time, you know, brand new feature and all of that, they know what to plan going forward, so hopefully they can go a little deeper on all those systems. It's hard to know whether we'll see that in the 0.1 or 0.2 patch, depending on where their pipeline is at. But certainly for Midnight, I'd expect some bigger Delve changes. Not even changes, what's the word I'm looking for? Iterations, that's a better word for it. Oh, I don't mind taking a moment to do a bit of fishing either. It'd be nice if we could get some of those like little transmog fishing spots. Fish is in the middle of the water. It's a good job. I have my Tuskar dinghy. Which isn't spawning in the delve, but the buff's there, so that works. A minor bug. A minor bug. I'd have probably been fishing more on the Drakthir while we were leveling them up while we were waiting for battlegrounds and going between world quests. You know, we were getting all the herbs and ore. But because it doesn't grant XP, it just feels kind of inefficient. In a way where if I was leveling faster on the Drakthir, because battlegrounds didn't give much XP at all compared to say doing dungeon runs, I'd have probably done a bit more, but as it stands, Go away. Go away. Oh, don't get me. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Yeah, tier 8s were not in too much danger, but even so, I'd rather not let them buff themselves. You know, Bran can actually purge stuff, and that's nice. I like his capabilities. The other thing for NPCs they can bring with us, they've got to be able to convince people, right, this NPC can heal and deal damage and dispel and remove debuffs. They haven't really given a decent explanation as to why Bran can do all of the things. Like, he is an explorer. He has a lot of stuff, like, just in the bag. But stuff like dispelling you, he's just kind of like, let's get that nasty off you. And it's like, how are you wiping me with a handkerchief, Bran? What's happening there? Don't get me wrong. Appreciate the functionality. How is he doing it? It'll be much easier when it is a character that has access to such capabilities. I imagine Orwenya would be a good shout, but judging by everything we know so far, it's probably going to be Gazlo in the next patch. Or next patch after the anniversary, I should say. And that's only next week. It's going to be a few days of ow. Few too many mushrooms. Luckily, Bran has that emergency supply pack. Saves us alive. Dr. Pigment. Oh, they've all been evil pigs so far. Very upsetting. Got me a nasty spore. Not stand there, Bran! Imagine the AI is something they can continuously work on as well. Seems like it'd be a lot more fiddly from what I understand of different games and how to get pathing working. Not an easy fix. It still functions pretty well, all things considered. Pork Chop Jr. Hey, not a bad pig. Grab this tiny mushroom.
Nice fight.
There was worry at the start of doing delves that... Where is it? That the journey at the top there would take too long to fill up, especially in the first week or two. It was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to... For the season, doing them once or twice a week? I don't know. But once a week we've been getting that Elise thing where we find a map and it gives us 3,000, and it feels like that's a system to help folks who don't have as much time to do it or are focusing their attention elsewhere in the game and finish up their Delver's journey. So I think a lot of folks' worries in those early weeks could be allayed at this point, and we're alright. And take your time with it. Oh, go on, you're going to explode. Good luck, Bran. Little charger. Happy pig. Very good. What have you got? An absorb shield. That's okay.
There's treasure.
Where, Bran? Further down. You explode. Focus on the other one. Accidentally horse, that's fine. Feels like they could do something similar to Paladin like they did for Death Knight. For more hero talents in the future. Like a Holy Charger type hero talent where you are mounted as well, but I imagine they don't want to cross over too much between the various specs. Again, there's another evergreen system though, there's loads.
I need to get
in the ways of possibilities for different classes to get. And I haven't really looked into what everyone's been able to do. Oh, we got the fancy mech over there. Any hero specs you'd like to see in the game? Stuff that isn't currently there? Something within the canon and WoW, or just as a gameplay idea. That you're like, oh, this is the class fantasy that I want, that isn't currently available. Or maybe one of them that stood out a load. Bubble time. You know they've got stuff like the Dark Ranger upgrade coming in the anniversary patch. I've pulled too many. We're using the potion. Explode sport. Explode. Kill them. Okay, that helped. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I need to rest after that one.
Another feeling, Bran. Got a little hairy for a moment, Bran. It got a little hairy. He said he needed to rest, but didn't throw down his campfire. You inconsistent dwarf. Looking forward to that Gouda. Lieutenant Hawkinsworth. He's fine. Hang on, there's a chest up there. Don't want to miss that. Not when we've got that achievement to get. That glory of the Delver. Achievo.
That's more like it.
On old horse. I think my charger being that horse is the result of a glyph I put on years ago. I always forget how glyphs work, though. As far as I know, they haven't added too many since either. I did mention the new Shaman one earlier, though, to be fair. Terry Tales. I credit that more to just being a paladin. Not having to take as many rests when I can just heal myself. And wearing plate armor and having defensives helps too.
Fantastic.
We are also getting a little reckless with the tier 8 now. I wouldn't sell yourself short. Grab the checkpoint before we go see Big Bacon. Oop. Right. The big one. No raw for you. Knock out the sport.
I don't have a target. It's too far away.
How many? Only 2 more pigs. It wiggles now. Friend.
Found a bit of gold.
Oh, thank you, Bran. And then the Big Bacon. Could have expected that. There we go. That's it for the pigs. Let's see what's between us and the treasure in here. Aye, aye, Bran. Don't fall down now. Have to take out this few. Sometimes tap targeting. Sometimes. I think we take the 3 of them when we took that pack of 6 earlier. Even if it was by mistake. Spoke too soon. Oh, no, we're fine. It's all good. Alright, Bog Piper. With his inbuilt bagpipes. Love that design. Alright, let us spider. Go get him. With the charge.
They'll never be using that move.
Interrupt the bolt as we can. Come on, T-Rex, get in here. Grab the potions. Knock out the spore. It does some damage over time to him, which is very nice. Something I didn't realise our first few times through here is that the... Ow! He was facing the other way. Or was that the spores would do damage to enemies as well? Pull in a few more. Thank you, Bran.
It's too far away.
Nearly there. What class have you been maining through all these Rammies? Or have you been throwing a few alts into delves? Again, I'm very curious as to other classes' experience with them. Especially for when I get to it eventually. Even just doing delves at a lower level, I'm very curious to see. It's alright, Bran. Get cleansed. You're good. Alright, let's get us booty.
You'll find me wherever the action is.
Ooh! Second map of the week. Very lucky. Certainly feels like the drop rate has gone up for those maps. That will be an upgrade. Just need to level it up a couple times. We are ready to leave, yes. We were ready to leave. Get back in. Well, it's fair enough. It can be a hard thing to manage, even with how much faster it is these days. And just try and avoid not to put the pressure on yourself. Like, as long as you're having fun at the end of the day, that's the main thing. Well, I wasn't getting any of these maps until like this past week, where suddenly it feels like with the nerfs to Zekfir and how people were running in for gear, it feels like they've secretly like upped the drop rate for these bounties, so they happen more often. Andy in the chat saying the other day it was the same for them as well. Like suddenly they went from getting barely any to, oh, they're dropping at least once a week now. It's very lucky for me. I'll take a bit of luck. It's the nature of RNG. But if they are indeed at a higher drop rate, that's very nice. But we're only assuming at the moment. Let's get down to the spiders. The nice thing about Ashkahet is that portal straight back up to Dornagol, so we can go up, potentially do some upgrades, then maybe come and see Zekfir. Overload this. Give us another. Shaman, I think, would be a good shout. They seem to be in a good spot, and the changes coming in the anniversary patch seems to make... Ah! Scumbag mine. Seems to iron out some of the issues. But I know for me, and when I've played my Shaman, at least through the end of Dragonflight, enhancement just feels so fun to play. Like, every button press feels pretty great. Crashing Thunder move is a delight. Just the sound effect where you, like, you whip both weapons around, and a load of bolts come down, and it crackles the floor, and that... Absolutely fantastic. Love that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big sucker for lightning. In general, in terms of like the magic to be used. Now, if one day, hero talents obviously aren't this, but if they could mix classes together, I would absolutely be Shaman Paladin, Enhancement Rare. Let me use Holy Lightning and just zap people at point blank. Give me a Storm Strike or a Lightning Dash. Oh, I'd be over the moon. I think, though, that would make balancing beyond a nightmare, and they'd never be able to do that. Hero talents are going to be enough as it is for them to balance, let alone the idea of mixing classes together until people find the broken new meta stuff be a nightmare. I do love the idea, though. Oh, that's a... Hang on a moment. That's a plate set that I desperately need to go and get one day, just because it's sub. Huge bone bits for plate. Do not get often. I believe that was a Battle for Azeroth raid on Mythic. And as content patches wind down and through and we get what we need from a season, there will certainly be time transmog runs. Chuck them all the way back there, Bran. I think that's pretty common for folks to kind of swap classes from that point, from what they first started. Not always. Some people have been the same throughout. I started as a hunter. And it wasn't until... Oh, this was back in vanilla. I was informed by a friend who introduced me to the game. They came over to the house, and they were looking at my character, and they were like, right, you're using dual wielding on your hunter. You don't use any of your range stuff. That means you're not using all these abilities. On top of that, you haven't taught your pet how to taunt. So you're doing it all wrong. And then that was my first, like, oh. From that point, it just became, well, I want to try something else then. And I ended up picking a Paladin, and I've been Paladin ever since for my main. I like going out and trying other stuff, though, when I get the opportunity. Remix was a really fun excuse to just muck around with other classes. And I have enjoyed earning up the PvP stuff on the Evoker. We're nearly at the Elite Transmog set, which has been very nice. And I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with sticking at one class either, Ramiz. Again, as long as you're enjoying the game, you shouldn't have to force yourself to be playing anything extra. And again, the main class stuff will iron out over time. Especially as catch-up becomes more and more doable. Ooh! Successfully complete 25 puzzles within a delve. Sure.
Nice fight!
Double jump. Well, that prisoner didn't count there. They were just kind of there. Boing. The outer edges, go back under the legs. Mind the barbs. Here's Bran. Good, good. Alright, they are locked in the ice. There's one. I find this version of the delve to be a little more tricky because the Ascended Nerubians tend to just do a lot of damage. Between them and the Koibis, that give me the most bother. Might be worth doing a stun on one. Could be cheeky and just go for it and see what happens. What's the buff? Health reduced, but damage done increased. Oh. I can bubble. Let's spider. Come here, all of you. Do some mitigation. Oh, no. Go on, stand in them. Well, they're both shooting a web out. That's fine. That means they're not hitting us directly. Damage taken helps. Oh, I stood on it. I stood on it and it nearly wrecked my house. That didn't really make sense, did it? Wrecked my house. That's my brain trying to fit in a word in place of a swear.
Nice fight!
No issues with swearing or cursing. It's just trying to be considerate of things getting monetized down the line. That way, all this old content on the channel, whether it's the WoW stuff or every other game we've played, playlists on the channel for you to see at your leisure, will be able to be monetized and evergreen as we build up more in the background. Speaking of, we finished the game from Nomada Studios yesterday, their follow-up to Greece, which is called Never. Really enjoyed it. Beautiful little game. Quite short, but it was still a wonderful experience. I highly recommend it. And Greece itself is on sale for like £1.50. And that, by the same vein, is a wonderful experience. A journey through sorrow. More artsy, if that's a description that helps for you. No combat in that one, but a wonderful experience nonetheless. Besides waiting for Dragon Age at the end of the month for the evening streams, I've got a couple of indie games that are remasters or definitive editions from games that came out
That's more like it.
in the Xbox 360 era. Which, if anyone remembers the Xbox Live Arcade, where they had a real focus on indie games back then with that, loads of stuff I grew up with there. And that'll be
There's treasure.
Might and Magic Clash of Heroes, which is like a match-free puzzle adventure RPG. I loved it when I was younger. Then the other one is a stealth action game called Mark of the Ninja Remastered. Same vein, played that back then, had a really good time with it. Curious to see the remaster, so I'm hoping those two will tide us over until Dragon Age. There are certainly other games I'd love to have a go at. Like, there's a lot of indie stuff on Steam that's always coming out, a huge number of roguelikes. That is my Achilles heel for games. I just love playing roguelikes. But I didn't want every stream to become, he's playing another one, and another one, and another, you know what I mean? Burn out over time. I do love them so. And we got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero that just came out and it's doing very well for itself. I grew up playing like Tenkaichi games, fighting my brother, having a grand old time with it. Oh, there's an Ascendant hiding under the big fella. I really enjoyed that, and from what friends have said who have got the game since, it is very enjoyable. Not the most competitive of fighting games in terms of like skill ceiling, but you don't have to be for a game like that. You just want it to be flashy and fun. Again, every one of them others streaming that one at the moment. Didn't want the channel to become, I must get every new game that comes out, jump on every bandwagon just to bump the numbers there. A, that I'd feel disingenuous, and B, at that point I wouldn't enjoy streaming. So I'm not going to try and chase trends for the sake of it. Sometimes it's just a matter of how much you can spend each month on a game. Like Frostpunk 2 came out this month. But rather than play that, I played a similar indie game that has just been on my backlog and had a great time with it. And down the line, when that game goes on a Steam sale or something like that, as they so often do, I will then be able to get around to it. With how often games are looked after these days, with players being ever voracious for content, and devs being a lot more open discussing like future updates and stuff and doing that way more often. It means anything I come to late to the party will have had a load of updates, chances are, especially if they've done well and the team's supporting it. And you can see that in WoW itself. Since Dragonflight, they've kept up that 8-week patch cadence. Just about. New content all the time. And even with WoW, there's the possibility down the line of like, do you know what? Maybe I'll try Classic or Season of Discovery. Like, that's always there now as an option. Though I'd probably be more interested in new stuff in the realm of Remix. I really enjoyed that. And even Plunderstorm. I'm not the biggest Battle Royale guy. I've had some fun over the years, but wouldn't be a genre I'd dive into constantly. But Plunderstorm was a lot of fun. It didn't feel like if I really wanted to just focus on earning the various coins to level up their pass at the time, didn't have to engage in the PvP either. If I wasn't feeling it for a day, for example, I could just run around the edges, grab treasure, grab abilities that were more escape orientated, like Flame Whirl, or that little leap, or the Wind Kick. It felt very doable. And then once I maxed out the pass, it was like, I don't need to keep playing it. I did a few more matches because I enjoyed it. I got like 1 or 2 like first places, which felt really good. And then you find out when you load into the next lobby, oh, I have the outfit because I got a first. And now everyone knows, and you get murdered immediately. And that was fun in its own right. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it as well, Ramiz. Yeah, I'm just, for them to experiment with new modes and ideas, I think bodes really well. Especially when they've got a team dedicated to it. Obviously there was stuff in Remix that there were lessons learned, right? There was an element of maybe most of the developers who were made Mists of Pandaria back in the day were not here to consult and be like, you know, this whole frog thing was really buggered back when Mist launched. We should probably try and avoid. It feels like that was an oversight that now they are painfully aware of. So whichever expansion they do next, and I wouldn't mind any of them, to be honest. I think the biggest loser there would be Burning Crusade, just because I don't know what you do with Burning Crusade. Oh, glad to hear you enjoyed that as well. There was so much to earn. I didn't get everything. I didn't manage to get the tusks for Garrosh, but the fact that they're not Remix I got everything that was Remix exclusive, and the main focus was getting all those class sets, which is very much what we'll be doing for the anniversary patch. Focusing on those. And it feels like Remix coming back almost, just because it's, oh, we're earning bronze again, are we? But for other expansions, I feel like Burning Crusade would be a bit of a struggle in terms of what they do for it. I'd be curious to see. Wrath would be popular, but I don't know, again, how they would... Because Mist's obviously had its scenarios. You did your scenarios, you did your LFR, you did your dungeons, you got your tokens, and it was just fast, frenetic fun. And Mist had the benefit of, like, the Isle of Thunder, the Timeless Isles. And those features were really expanded by that point. In Wrath, I'm trying to think back and be like, there's obviously a lot of areas and enemies and stuff you could do, and there's a lot of good raids and dungeons. But it was that overpowered feeling. It's why I think Shadowlands would probably be the best one to do a remix for. You make it easy to just go through all the Covenant stuff, grab all those different cosmetics. You put all the crazy powers that you're getting from gear into Torghast on top of its crazy powers. Maybe you add a little more variety in there. I feel like it would go over really well. The tusks are indeed very popular. It wouldn't surprise me seeing how many people were wearing them at the time and now. How many went and did the same thing of getting them first, like having that be the main focus. For me, it was more like, well, I can still go and get them down the line. So it's not priority number 1. episode didn't do any of the raiding above LFR, which again, I probably should have done because it was meant to be quite easy. But I got plenty of time out of it, and we leveled up a good chunk of alts. It was a really easy way to get all the heritage armor as well. Like, have every character from each allied race and each base race leveled up so I could do all those quests. And we've got all that on the playlist on the channel as well, and it was really fun to go through. Some of those quests were better than others, but I hope, not just for new allied races they add in future, like the Urban, we obviously still need to go and see their experience at some point. But I hope that for the heritage stuff, they do more. Like, oh, this is the next path of the human story, of the Draenei story, of the Orc story. You know, kind of progress the racial stories. I know that'd be a lot of work, but it's something I'd love to see over time. I think the only race they have left to do is Pandaren? Oh, Don Gray in the chat. Oh, I turned the chat and got booped. My apologies, I only know English. I know. Lazy Englishman that I am. But welcome to the stream nonetheless. Alright, there's going to be a lot to do. There's a lot of videos that have been coming out breaking down everything that's going to be in the anniversary event. Alright, hang on, let me focus. Focus up. Not get booped again. Pay attention, we can still die in these. Let's get them to the edge so the little void circles aren't spawning everywhere and I'm not standing in the poison. That's what I get for not paying attention. Absolutely rocked. Get Eternal Flame back up. Oh, Bran, you put your potions underneath them again. There we are. I know, Bran, we're running. Interrupt, keep moving. Grab that one, grab that one. Release the T-Rex. Oh, I didn't even notice this side of the room doesn't even have any of the poison things. That's useful. Does mean if he shoots them all the way over here, we'll be in a spot of bother, but I think it should be fine. Get off me. Right, they're all just beaming over there. T-Rex can take it. A little spicy, but we're alright. One more bit of burst. Will that be the potions? There we go. Not a problem. We just had to, you know, pay attention.
Nothing old Bran can't get through.
Now we get our bonus chest. Very nice. Trinket. Another use one. Nah. It'll be a bit of gold, as Bram would say. We've got some gilded crests, rather. That's good. Not an upgrade, but that's okay. The necklace will be when we upgrade it. Chopper ourselves away. Okay.
Citizens have gone missing.
Still Zek
Dragged to the
Fear to do, so I think what we do,
bondage. Please,
we half
see
stone
to their
back
safety.
to Donegal. See if we can get this necklace upgraded. Clear up our inventory a little bit, and then we'll go see Zekvir. Hello again, you two.
This world is vast.
Where's that new neck piece? Only go up to the 4. That still puts it in line with our current neck piece, which is better because it then can be upgraded further. That tinderbox has helped us out quite substantially. Here we go. I didn't check if this week was another pop of the silk. Let's have a gander. It was not. It will be next week, and then we can get our 4 set bonus. And the others will just be for appearance's sake rather than any set bonus. That's one thing I love about this system is you can just get a load of transmog essentially. I liked that a lot through Dragonflight. It should make going up and getting stuff down the line. I imagine the catalyst in Dragonflight is still working, so if you've got a bit of gear you could just go and upgrade it repeatedly. Would have to double check.
My thanks for your
Right. There's also the... We're alright on coffer keys at the moment, I think. Don't have to rush to grab one of those. Yeah, we still got 5. Yeah, that's all good for now. Alright, let's go see Zekfir. Again, we could try and do the question mark, but I don't fancy our odds at the moment, and I don't want to waste money on more like flasks and whatnot to try and bump us over. Oh, hang on, did I upgrade my braces with that? I didn't, but I bought the enchant. That's why I bought the enchant. I just forgot to equip it. Hey, bit of leech. There we go. Boop. Gross Paul. Gross portal sounds. And while we're going through Ashkahet as well, I need to see some of the profession vendors, because we've got a lot of kedge saved up now. See if there's anything I can buy in terms of recipes or profession knowledge. That'd be useful. I think those were
Sympathetic vendors in the Umbral Bazaar have offered goods to support our
around here
cause.
somewhere.
Go and gather them, but be discreet. Unless you'd like your appendages removed by force.
See. There was a blacksmithing station around here. I know all these vendors had other stuff as well. What did you have?
Remind me of breakfast.
Not a toy, so I wonder what that's used for. We do have a lot of kedge though. I'm stuck. What about you? What do you have?
My memory spans 13
Oh, you got bits and bobs. Okay, stuff for tailors. The thing I love about them as well is all the profession tables for the Nerubians I think are really cool designs. Well, we could learn that plan. Like, isn't that next on the list? Charged Claymore, charged Hex Sword. Oh, okay then. Grab that while we're here. We have a decent amount of acuity, so that's fine. No, the skeleton key. We could buy the tiny pet, but sooner save up. Hedge is transferable as well. So we got cook. Got anything for me, cook?
Hello.
Yeah, there's a recipe. Everything on a stick. Why not? While we're here. You got anything else, or did you have the same recipe? You had the same recipe. Freshly wrapped kebab that you can only buy one of. Why not? While we're here. When's the next time we're going to go shopping in City of Threads? Oh no! It was a kitty! We have saved the kitty. Well, it was worth it. I don't really do the battle pet thing. I like that it's still a part of the game that they keep adding stuff to. If they had ever done a mobile app of it, I probably would have. We know they were planning it at some point. It just never got out there. I imagine that's more to do with trying to get it to functionally work with WoW itself. That was probably a nightmare. Oh, you don't have anything extra either. Only the toy. Puts the radius on that we don't need. Oh, I was hoping there'd be a little bit more. Knowledge to earn. Do you not have anything either? No? No, that's alright. But look at how the forge works. Like, these little details in the game, right? It pumps itself with the threads. I just think that's a really clever bit of design from the Nerubian culture. And they do eventually get to player housing, which they will do. It's a no-brainer. They just have to build it all. They have so many assets like this. Like, say, you're a blacksmith, right? You're going to put a blacksmithing station in your house, guild hall, what have you. If they have all these models in the files, then you just be like, right, which blacksmithing table do you want? Do you want the Nerubian one? Do you want a Hallowfall one? Do you want one from Wrath of Lich King? You know what I mean? Do you want a Pandaren one? But all these assets that already exist within the game, it's like a no-brainer. It's what I'd hope to see. Because that's the point. You could take all the old profession stuff, like all the materials from different areas, like copper, for God's sakes, or fell steel, stuff like that, and make it relevant again. Oh, you want to craft the fell steel blacksmith from Burning Crusade? Well, you better have some of those old materials. So much they could do with it. Makes me excited for their plans. Right. Let's go and knock out the base Zekfir. Again, I don't see my chances at the tougher one. Maybe another week's worth of upgrades. We get to about 615. Maybe then it will be more doable. But at the moment, it's feeling a little much. This one, though, on the Paladin, been pretty doable for us.
And so, Azeroth's ambition shall be...
We know we can get some crests and stuff, so it's worth doing at least once a week. And we know the question mark had a few other mechanics, like it could heal itself and stuff like that. Good morning, Bobby. Glad to hear you've got your beverage. Oh, I shouldn't have Wake of Ashes there. I needed to save that for the egg. Make sure you have it while it's warm. Or you'll be like me with half a cup of tea. Cold liquid. Okay, here comes the web. Should be fine. Oh, he swung that around. Here's interrupt the dot. It seemed like on the higher difficulty it would be a choice between do we interrupt the dot or do we interrupt the heal. I know Brand can cleanse us as well, so might be alright letting it slide every now and then. Do not like how he snaps around with some of those. Feels a little janky. Again, it's certainly not Mage Tower equivalent. He has not reached that level. Just with the amount going on, like, they felt a lot more intense. So, like, the Warlock questline back in the day for the Green Fire, which you can still do now, you just can't get the title anymore, like, of the Black Harvest. But if you've been leveling a Warlock, especially with some of the changes to, like, Demonologist being so fun, I do recommend going back and doing that quest, because it was a lot of fun. And while you can probably out-level and out-gear it now, you'll still get a glimpse of what mechanics it wanted you to engage with. And I think it was excellently done. And it's not easy for them to put stuff like that in constantly. Ooh! Thank you, Bran. They gave us that cleanse there. I should have set a focus to Zekfir. That's what I'd have to do for the question mark. Keep an eye on him more. Topped off. Put away, turned into spider.
None can evade
doing it again. Mitigate that damage. Out of the way of the claw slam. Yeah. Grab the Healy potion. Ooh. Nope, no more spittle, thank you. Good sound effect when that claw smash lands, though. Feel it being very hefty. Could maybe Wake of Ashes there, but I want to make sure we get this thing down. Wait for him to walk himself over so we can hit them both with it. Oh, son of a gun! I don't know how I got away with that. It looked like I was in it. Maybe the ledge there. There we go. Bobby in the chat just did the Mage Tower returning after a 15-year retirement. Your 3 days and 30k gold in 85 attempts. I'm very curious about that. How does the Mage Tower work these days? I did it back in the day on my Paladin here for all 3 specs, but didn't do too much beyond that. And I didn't know in the modern incarnation, is it the same rewards? Is it recolors? Is it up all the time, or do you have to wait for the building to be built on the Broken Shore? It's just been that long since I've gone had a look. But well done you on getting through it. Not an upgrade, but that's fine. Didn't expect one. We did get some ruined quests. How many are we sat on now? 14. One off an upgrade. Hey, yes, son of a gun. It's alright. Let's make our way out. I mean, we could just go have a look at the Mage Tower. I don't know. Again, if it's the same rewards, there wouldn't be any point having a look on the Paladin. But if it's different rewards, or a recolor of the rewards, it might be worth having a gander. Still got some time in the stream. I could bump a little something. Consider an old transmog run, maybe. Not the Shadowlands raids, I'm now curious if I can go and just boot those on Mythic.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
There we go, it's all that done and sorted.
My directive.
Let's learn these 2 recipes.
Fulfilled.
Charged Slicer. It's a one-handed axe, or is a fancy Hallow Fall one with the glowy effect on it. Not bad, not bad. That'll be more transmog to collect. And then everything on a stick. Iron Paw Chef. Learn 240 cooking recipes. Your thing, game. Right, well, that's all our delves ticked off for the day. We bought all the dirigible stuff from Sir Finley, so there's just like toys and whatnot left. Besides some bonus keys. I don't know why you'd buy these. Just so you don't have to farm them? But there's only 3 of them in there. I don't know. And then that's about 1500's worth of toys. 10k for a companion. And then a load of warband gear. Oh, so you've been able to solo them, but a trick. Ooh, I'd be curious to go and see. Is there anything in there that says anything about the Mage Tower? Like, if I go to my Legion artifacts, obviously it's the... Like, it was that one for tank. I believe it was, like, the Reinhardt-looking hammer for holy. I can't remember what the Ret one was from in there. This lightning one was always my favourite, but having gone and gotten the corrupted Ashbringer from like the hidden quest was it was just worth carrying it at that point. Hang on, let me go have an investigate. I don't know if it'll tell us. Oh god. Wait a minute. How do I get back to Outland? Oh wait, we can go to Old Dalaran. Yeah. Just grab this.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Thank you very much.
Return and peruse my inventory again.
Let's see, you've got a toy, a companion, some boots. Get the big ram mount. Or save up for the bee. Don't know about that one, game. Don't know about that one. Right, so if I teleport back to ye old Dalaran, this should be Legion Dalaran. Yep. Might as well have a glance before the end of the stream. Why not? We've already got our delves and things out of the way. Because what I remember is there were 3 buildings on the Broken Isle. And the Mage Tower wasn't always up. It's saying. Like, yeah, look, 56% built. Does that mean it is not there? Let's have a gander. Our Legion had some excellent stuff. All the ore on the map. Oh. Okay. Oh, look at everyone here. Completely breaking the timeline, but it's fine.
You need something?
Stuff. Oh man. Still got a load of these shards.
Have a good
An order hall, folks. We're told you can only do it during time walking. Interesting.
light be with you.
Oh, hang on. I'm here to aid and advise you on the indirect threats that the Legion poses. These missions will be extremely difficult. Please be prepared. Sigrun, yes, I remember. Arcane Mage, Demonology Warlock, Enhancement Shaman, Assassination Rogue, and Rep Paladin. Right, well, this lady just seems to be here for us.
Be careful.
But I believe we've already done it. Again, I don't know if there is a bonus of some description for doing it now. Let's go have a look.
Greetings.
Why not? We're here. Let's have a look.
Go with honor, friend.
I remember having to kite her around. Stop her from confronting Odin. Because she had her two mates with her. Oh man, like in my memory now, there's some flashbacks happening.
What's this? The outsider has come to stop me?
We probably should have let her kill Odin. Seems like a scumbag.
I cannot allow you to impede my quest for justice.
Okay.
I will give you a choice.
They both share
Live
health.
here or die.
She shares health with them as well. Oh, come on, memory. Try and do it. Let's just... We're going to go in blind. We might well get absolutely ruined. No, wait. She's level 47. Oh, I'm level 45. Oh, okay. If I eat my meat and potatoes, it gives me 2 strength. My Ice Crown buff absolutely being useful for once.
We will not be stopped.
Missed that. Oh yeah, we tank it. One's going to keep shooting axes. He's going to keep shooting shadow bolts. Thing on the floor. What pushed me back? Wait a minute. Repentance him as he berserks. Is he immune? Wait a minute. What do you mean he's immune? That's not fair.
It's too far away.
Several runes appear on the ground nearby. Do I trap him or do I stand in them? I think I have to stand in them before they
To the dark
yes.
depths of hell with
One
you.
of the runes detonates. Okay, that was it. I have to get on them super quick. That ended real quick. I like that, though. I like that challenge is still here. Again, I don't know if because I did them back in the day, I already have the reward, but the fact I can just come here, click the button, and have a go, I'm quite happy with. We'll give it a couple more tries. I'll do some research off stream and see, like, the full breakdown of, is it the same rewards? Are there recolors? Is it worth coming and doing with, like, do I have to level up classes to a certain point for them to come and try it? Ah, we have to intro every time.
The outsider has
Oh
come
no,
to
my rune.
stop me? I owe you much, but I cannot allow you to impede my quest for justice.
I wonder how much balancing they did as well to try and get these to fit
I will give you
with
a
our current
choice.
capabilities.
Live here or die.
Okay, so I want to try and fight them grouped together at least to start with to do some AoE damage.
We will not be stopped!
Alright, a spear makes the floor go out. Try and keep that to the edge.
The Drakengard never yield!
Shouldn't have used that there. Need it for the runes. Need to keep kiting because if he hits us while berserk, it's going to do a lot of damage. Okay, there are those runes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, ah! Got too close to him. Ball. What did ball do? I don't know, but we grabbed it.
I'm out of range.
More runes.
The power
need to get
of
to
my
that one.
father's blood flows through me. To the dark depths of hell with you.
And that's still going. Is that something I have to bubble through? I'm remembering bits of the fight slowly. We'll give it one more, and then as I say, I'm not going to bash my head against this until I know it's actually worth doing for the rewards if I did it back in the day. Not just me patting myself on the back. I was really glad to, like, especially again as a solo player for that challenge that Delves are now doing. This was awesome to beat my head against. I really enjoyed it. Like, as you can see, Zekfir, by comparison just to one of these, it's like the danger level is a step above. Not to mention, obviously, you can outgear it over time as well, which I think is part of the problem with the comparison.
This, the outsider has come to stop
Right,
me.
if bubbles a 3.5 minute cooldown, how often can we use that during this fight? They have a big chunky health bars.
I will give you a choice. Live here or die.
I choose die.
We will not be stopped!
Make sure Eternal Flame is constantly up. Ah.
The Drakengard never yields!
And we don't let that fella get too close. Keep an eye out for the... Shoot. Oh! Wait, we could stun him? Said he was immune to repentance. He is. But he's not immune to just hammer? Go away, go away, go away, go away.
It's too
The
far
power
away.
of my father's blood flows through me.
Okay, we grabbed the sigil in time. We bubbled to get through that. There's this thing, which it doesn't tell me what it does.
To the dark depths of hell with you.
Okay, that just keeps going. Awesome. Let's see. Bobby in the chat. Yeah, it's really cool that you can just do them. I love to come and see it on other classes as well. It looks like there are people just here doing so. You had to research all the consumables, enchant all the gear. A couple of movement trinkets. Fancy stuff. Now, I am ecstatic that they're just here. Again, I need to go and research the rewards proper and see if I need to just come here on alts or if it's worth coming over classes. Did they add anything for Evoker, for example? I doubt it. It'd be cool if they did. Next thing to consider. I want to go and see some of these Shadowlands raids on Mythic. If again, we've got a bit of time here. Bump the stream. What is the fastest way to get back to the goddamn Shadowlands? Some of those Mage Tower fights might be bugged. Something to consider. I imagine everyone would have to do their research in that regard. Part of me would really like to go run through Torghast again, but I imagine that's... I don't know if it scales. I just have to do some research on going and doing older stuff. Old raids, though, I don't mind. Again, I never saw any of them. There'll be a portal to Oribos in Stormwind, right? I would assume. Well, yeah, lovely to see that the Mage Tower's access is that straightforward. I appreciate it, Bobby. That makes it simple. And again, if you never got any of the rewards for the Mage Tower, then doing it is just good for that transmog anyway. Regardless if it's a recolor or not, they were all pretty fantastic transmogs. Yeah, in the last half hour to an hour or so, let's go have a look. Where were we? That was Jade Forest, that was that one, that was the Exodar, that's Shatrath, Rallis, Zuna, Oribos. And if you say some of these boss fights have a trick to them, we might well get bodied somewhere. We will see. Let's have a gander. Raid difficulty, Mythic. Which one was first? Oh, the problem was also just flying to each of them every time. Like, you couldn't just, like, zoom over into the portal yourself. You had to use the flight path.
I don't have a target.
And we can't fly in here. Just some design decisions that they rectified in expansions ahead. At least in Dragonflight, thought better of it. Having Valdrakken be at kind of the top of the mountain and then letting you just go through and dive down to each zone, that worked out for quite well by comparison. Oh, the sisters. You'll all be back together by midnight, we know.
What?
I believe the first raid was Castle Nafria.
How may I serve?
Go on, Worm.
Deliver forward.
Gold portal? Wait a minute, what do you mean gold portal? Have I just gone past it? I stream in the evenings at 6 PM UK time, and then we stream other games. I do WoW in the morning for 2 to 4 hours, and then I do other games in the evening for 2 to 4, depending. We bounce between new releases, live service stuff that I've got on the pipeline, stuff in my backlog, indie games, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, we've been doing this every day since end of July. I know for next time, Bob, if there are portals to the raids within... Are you sure those aren't portals that you had to unlock at the time by completing them? Like how Mythic Dungeons worked, like you only got a portal if you got to a certain keystone? Again, I never used that system, so I can't be sure. But Unless you mean, again, all the raid portals are just there and good to go. Well, I don't mind seeing the zones, to be fair. Sepulchre of the first ones. City skylines. I am not very good at management things, as our Pale Beyond stream will attest to. Our portals to the areas exist now. Hang on. I've never come in here, so I'm just looking around like, where's the door? People really liked Tenafrius. I heard people really liked this raid too. This way a little bit. There it is. Fancy. Prince Renethal, General Draven.
It was too easy to breach the castle doors. Our former master is daring us to venture deeper into his stronghold.
Mercer.
Your past will be
I never really did any of the main Covenant storylines outside of Kyrian, just because the process of swapping was not easy, and I liked the stuff in the Kyrian, so
Use all his guile to thwart us.
he will try. Let's go have a look. Again, this might be an effort in futility. We might go in and get smacked in the face. Now, understood. Mudlump. Hello. Master Intruders has arrived. You son of a gun. We in a boss room already? Oh, we are. Shriek Wing. There's the big man. A very slow walkover. I remind you of this guy? Oh no.
I have so been looking forward to your arrival. Let's see.
I mean, he does have a very aloof sound. He really exaggerates every word,
The
though.
deposed accuser, ever so earnest, and our mutinous former general.
The voice actor having a lovely time, just accentuating everything and drinking up the performance.
Tired of your preening, Denafrius. Come and face us!
I seem to recall a similar bluster from you not so long ago, Renethal. And we both know how that ended.
I think he is wonderfully voice acted, though.
It seems you failed to learn your lesson. Perhaps I was too lenient. I am, after all, known for my compassionate nature. Let us begin your atonement with a suitable challenge. shall we?
Understood, Bobby. I appreciate the heads up. We will go left first, then. Oh! Gargoyles. Oh. Those are some nasty buffs. Too bad they all get booped. Oh, you're still tanking. And it's only a couple of expansions back. Oh no, says the game. Prepares to descend on me. Blood on the floor, we dodged that. Oh! Oh dear. You have to be careful with some of these old fights. I know over time they've gone back and made it so a lot of this stuff is soloable.
Chamber is ours.
I find it fun earning the mythic achievements.
Treated to his sanctum.
There is a passage beyond the
Nimmer.
kennels that
Oh,
leads
boy.
down into the castle's underground.
Ransmog!
From there, we can reach the anima stores and stem
Now,
the flow
even though we
into
can't
the
equip
maw.
most of it, hang on, I'm just going to move my PvP gear down. Oh, my inventory is going to fill up way too quick.
Most prized possessions. I know the path we must take to reach them.
Oh, I have to take this back to my Covenant place. Ugh. Right, we just got all those transmogs. Even though we're a plate wearer, that is the joy of it.
Hope is not a requirement for
Don't need this. Cheers, Ramis. Thanks for hanging out. You enjoy your day, yeah? Belated happy birthday once again. Take it steady, bub. It's fun going back and look at all. So much like design work goes into raids that I never see. Like, just the environment design, different enemies to fight, soundtracks, all that voice work. It's fun to go back and see it all, even if it's not as intended. Come on, General, open the door for us. Oh no. Let's not try and pick up all of the other crafting material.
The kennels house the Master's hunting pack. He keeps the beasts starved for flesh. Put in...
Release the hounds!
Oh, you're just an overseer. You were not the boss. Whoops. Couldn't have popped me trinket.
I can smell your fear!
So
Marvel
overdramatic and
to
silly.
me. The hunt begins.
So it do.
I have enough bows for everyone. Your death will not be as Vargas. Come.
Another one.
Nothing escapes my sight. You killed my favorite. Acutus, here, now.
Fancy name.
I have enough bows.
There we go.
You
I think we just don't loot the Covenant stuff for now. Oh! I forgot they had changed the tokens so you can swap them between characters and actually grab stuff. That's nice. But for those, we'll just be selling them.
The passage is down here, mortals.
I want to go and farm anima one day. I can do, but I'm not going to use excess bag space right now. Oh, it's one of these, is it? Oh, that blood bottle. Oh, thank goodness they put a dude here.
Which boss has sent you?
Take all of the stuff. Thank you. All right, all the legendary stuff you could do. A good idea. That unfortunately didn't work out as intended. Okay, now to the right. More not vampires. Absolutely vampires, though. Come on, everyone. We can all go together. Bada bum 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 bum. There we are. Pull them round the corner so they all come running. Ow. There we are. Very good. The nasty looking bombs. Lady Sincere. And many others. Are you the boss or are you before the boss? You are not the boss. You are just one of many. You might be the boss if you escaped and ran away. I think not. feel like our Nerubian spider transmog is working quite well in here. Unlock the doors, I assume by killing everyone. Oh, look at that. Your floaty vampire party. You see that in many a tale. If there's vampires in a story, you know at some point there's going to be the floaty dancy ballroom scene. Happens every time. I assume the door will open once we've killed all these. Come on, team.
Appalling. Our people starve outside the castle walls, yet these loyalists indulge their avarice.
As they dance and feast, the jailer amasses an army to destroy the Shadowlands. The fools deserve their fate for believing the lies of Denathrius.
Many valuable weapons adorn these halls. Let us liberate them from the grasp of these aristocrats.
Well, the prison's kind of down by itself. That's one by itself. That's where Denathrius is, and that's Denathrius again. So we go down to the prison next? Again, never been in here before, no idea which way is which. I'll figure it out.
This
Yes.
mirror should prove useful for helping you move throughout the castle, mortals.
Okay. What mirror? What mirror? You're full of it, Renafol. Have a look on down. Oh, it is a locked door. Okay. Always makes me curious how folks first figure things out. Because one of the reasons I don't end up doing like group content and rated content is this ridiculous perception that you must know what you're doing every time, even though you've never seen it before. And that expectation from strangers is one of the most frustrating things in video games completely. What happened to Discovery being okay with taking a loss? I know there's an element of valuing like time spent and don't want it wasted by losing, but like
Their darkest instincts,
it becomes such
weapons to turn upon his enemies.
a venomous thing.
Once I break these bonds,
Oh.
you will be the first to burn.
It's
Is
Kel'Thas!
your most potent sin, Sunstrider.
I knew he was involved here, but I'd never seen it.
It will serve us well.
This one's pride and arrogance are legendary. Come, let us deprive Denathrius of his prize.
Fancy. I thought they teased Garrosh being in here as well at one point.
Rid those traitors! Gods, stop them!
Things are happening.
So, another interruption from the castle guard. Dispose of them.
Oh, it's cutting off voice lines. Sadness. Bet you've never seen an ascended Nerubian before. Hello? The fonts on the floor.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
Do I need to hit? Oh, no. Lay on hands!
My power! It returns!
Oh, no. Don't fight me, I'm trying to help you. Swine. Thank gods I can heal. What do these mean? Healing done increased by 100%. Isn't that nice? Now I can't heal him until I deal with his fire spirit. Ooh. Needed to interrupt that by doing enough damage.
Castle guard. Dispose of them.
Fight reset. That sucks. Did I not DPS quickly enough? That's the other thing. It's always hard to know, and then you have to look up guides down the line.
No more! The world shall burn!
Heal him till the first spire, till the second, and then heal him more. Understood.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
How do you do this without a healer?
All shall suffer my wrath!
Heal him again till the third spirit. Kill the third spirit, we win. Understood.
By the power of the sun! I am not finished! Let me be free!
Oh, maybe I didn't interrupt the fight and it just meant there was another set of guards coming.
You are free from the Sire's tyranny. You cannot escape your own
Cheeky
deeds.
bugger, doing a knockback.
Come with me, and I will help you find atonement.
I am
I appreciate the info, Bobby. It's very
of
kind.
being used as a pawn by others. Will your help allow
Oh,
me
with
to claim
vengeance. Is this a
have
fight you can
so
skip,
much to
or
learn.
is this something you have to do regardless?
Take this soul away and aid him, accuser.
I don't know how many optional fights there are. Are you going to give me a portal to get out again, Renafall, or am I going to have to run this time? Looks like we're running. All right. Is first aid even a profession anymore, or can you just buy bandages? I can't remember when they changed that. Where's my professions tab? Not there anymore. Hang on, hang on. I'll remember how to access this at some point. Wait a minute. What even are professions these days listed? Oh no. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Ah, a door has opened. Good. Ah, okay. Thank you very much. So many things you forget over time. Well, looks like first aid doesn't exist anymore. Archaeology still does. Ah, there we are. See, remembering. No, not remembering. Being told. I appreciate it, bub. To the mirror then. Oh, that just took us back here.
Stick with me. You know here.
Yeah, take more of the stuff, Rendell. Does that mean this door has opened now? No, it has not. Crap. Which way am I going? Is there anything else in that direction, or just the one? Oh, the other way. It's alright, I'm only going to get lost the rest of the time. Take the portal back where I came. Okay. The music's pretty great in here. Oh, right, because this is on the other side, because we went down there, so it's just over to the right. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Yes, left and down with the general. Excellent. It's just a bit of scrolling. Penning itself. Understood. Left side. Oh, wait. Left side, then down. I'm with you, I'm with you.
I'm out of range. I need a target.
Come back. Ooh! That must have been felt like a percent amount hit. Cheeky beggar. Sneaky, sneaky game. Oh, hints towards these artificers and whatnot, like, what's the name? Venari? One who helped us in the mall? Because they're like ethereal adjacent, but not quite.
These brokers are a greedy lot. Do not
Brokers,
let
that was
such
it.
potent weapons fall into their hands.
I wonder what relationship they have with the ethereals. Obviously something similar may have happened to them. Interesting, let's see how this goes.
Wonderful! I have been hoping to test these relics on live targets. The anticipation to use this relic is killing me. Though it will more likely kill you.
It's just zapping me a little bit.
I hope this wondrous item is as lethal as it looks.
I don't want to stand in it to find out. Unless it's one of those things I have to stand in or it's going to explode. I don't think I'm going to find out.
This exchange has no further value. Consider our business concluded. For now.
You're going to explode me. And he's run away.
Truly one of the most malignant of all sins.
Ooh. Turns it to our covenant sanctum for a shield or an offhand. Trinket we can just sell for gold. It's fine. Right, keep moving back. Those of the others. That's a weapon, and ours will be a shield. We can do that before we leave the Shadowlands. I don't think we're going to have time for a second raid. It does just take a while going through. But it's a nice change of pace. I do enjoy coming back to see stuff I never saw.
Mortals. It is time to rid Revendreth of a haughty band of nobles. That
Yes.
stand between us and Denathrius.
Eat the rich! Little on the nose game. The Feast of Arrogance.
The ball would not be as grand without you.
Think nothing of it, darling. As long as the wine flows, you'll have my attention.
Do not share your love for these revolting. I prepare my weapons on the battlefield.
Oh, don't be such a bore. Okay, perhaps I will let you skewer a few of the waitstaff.
Aren't they all having a grand old time? Bravos, Reader, Niklaus.
Splendid! A battle to win!
Oh good, you're all going to come up once. Dancing Fever. Jumping inflicts damage to all players and removes a stack. Okay, should probably do that then.
Everyone, take your positions. It is time for the dance.
Oh no, this is going to be like, what's his name?
Prance forward. Sashay left. Shimmy right. Boogie down. Prance forward. Boogie down.
Yep.
Your steps were simply delicious.
It's
Pity you have to die now.
Reminds me of the fella from Naxxramas back in the day, Helgen, where you had to dance around his flames. Oh, they eat the body, so AoE is less of a bother. Okay, okay. Appreciate you filling me in, Poppy. I'm lucky I clocked it. Oh, and again.
Places for the dance macabre.
Oh, and we need to do the jump or we just die. Okay, okay. I'm with you, I'm with you.
Prance forward.
This is fun. This is silly.
Sashay left.
Che.
Boogie down.
Okay.
Shimmy
Just
right.
sounds like the voice actors had a great time.
Sashay left. Prance forward.
How do they mix this up to catch people out?
Enough. Your gyrations sicken me.
Gyrations? Very rude. Whatever this is, I don't like it.
It's too far away.
Me.
Try and knock out some of these ants.
Attention! Set formation for the dance macabre.
Don't God, get out of here. It's the dance time.
Shimmy right. Sashay left.
Just spitting the words out.
Sashay left.
Oh, nearly buggered it.
Shimmy right. Sashay left.
Stay left. They're just really going for it.
Shimmy right. Stop this
Okay.
nonsense. You have disgraced this gathering long enough. What
Goodbye.
of strategy was that?
It was dance, my friend.
Watch them
Dance.
scatter. It sickens me how far some of my people have fallen.
Okay. One was Hall of the Faithful. Okay, we've killed the bosses in there. Held them there. Master's Vestibule.
Come closer.
That's fun. I imagine that one where you jump would be affected by a lot of people in the raid and you would have to jump not near people and organise moving like that.
Oi!
I just love seeing it. It almost makes me wish WoW had the what was it called? Like the oh God, there was another way. I know, I went the wrong way. I know. I had to go up again. There was one more path upwards. Oh no. Following Bobby. Portal to the beginning and then what, Bobby? I'll wait for your instruction on this one. Oh, the Savage Rage from Final Fantasy XIV. A way to make old raids like scale in a way where you have to do all the mechanics and stuff for bonus rewards. Or we can just use this one again, can't we, and go up? I think I'm right. I know there's a delay on the chat, so my apologies if I end up peeving you off for it. Oh. I'll just run straight. Will the gate open up for me at this point? It hasn't. You've lied to me, Bobby. You've lied to me. It's all right. Again, I think there was just another path up. Where was it? Because there's this thing. The royal cellars. No, it's all right. I see him down there. Oh wait, he might have been down at the dance. It seemed like there was a way up to him from the dance floor. No, wait. It's not that way. Oh, no. It's alright. We're lost together. We'll figure this out. Right, that's all the way back to the prison. Back to the beginning. Then there is a left portal. Either or take him. And then jump down into the sewers. Ugh. There's always a sewer bit in a grand castle. There's little bits outside as well. That's nice. One thing about raids being so big, I always wish after you cleared a boss, they just let you mount on the spaces in between, just for situations like this. I suppose it's more amusing when you're in a full group of people. Okay. Ah, behind the Beastmaster. Okay. Yes, Houndkeeper's Alley. It's fine.
I get you a Sinstone, yeah?
And for all the bad stuff Shadowlands got, you've got to remember all these little pieces. For its small bits of character design, voice acting, there's all kinds of stuff that was still well done. Ah. This giant hole here that these two are looking at that we just missed. No, that's not fair. That I missed. Rates of pool on death applying to... No! Oh, I knew it would happen. Oh, exploded rats. You hate to see it. Gross. Gross. I'm sorry, rats. People have rats as pets. They can be very cute.
Bountiful. Here. The largest of its kind I have seen.
The beast seeks to sate its endless hunger upon the stores of anima below.
And this will have been teasing, as well as in some of the other zones. I know they had some of these enemies at that next patch zone. We know in, like, War Within's raid, some of the ethereal enemy that's in there especially is teasing something going forward. Always got to look for the foreshadowing. They are planned pretty far ahead. Hello, big one. Let's get going. Healing received reduced. Leeching health from nearby allies. I'm going to be hit by something. This is one of those that has a lot of group mechanics by the looks of it. seeming like because we're solo, we're gonna be okay. I'm still just moving, just in case.
Well done, mortals.
Yep, there we go.
The enema stores lie ahead.
Worried me for a moment. Nothing fancy from a paladin yet, but that's fine. Oh dear, oh dear. Go on, Draven, go mess it all up. Right, now it should just be a matter of going up the stairs. Knock all these out.
Accuser, you managed to escape my grasp, only to brazenly return to these halls alongside this ragged band of mortals.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Denathrius has betrayed Revendreth by unleashing this anima into the maw. Surely even a sycophant like you can see that.
What I see is a bold new future about to unfold. A future with no place for traitors like you!
Again, fantastic voice acting. They're over the top enough. Nice stab.
I will rend your
Oh.
soul!
These containers buffing you in some way? Let's go click one. It's all glowy and stuff. Oh, it is locked. I am rooted. I'm not quite sure what it means. I should probably just focus on DPSing it rather than anything else. What are these little balls doing? Do I blow these up? No, they're just kind of happening. There's a lot of different stuff to manage and consider here. Again, I don't think the fight's going to last long enough for us to really get a gist of it. But I always find it fascinating. Apply yourself for like the delve bosses and stuff. Do some more of this fancy stuff. Trust your players to want to learn it and go through it. Ooh. Fancy leather gloves.
Time for regrets. The reign of Denathrius must be ended.
Aye, aye. We want to go back up then. Is there a mirror, Draven? Have you got like a mirror?
Here, mortals.
Okay.
I know a passage that leads back to the antechamber.
Oh, well, good for you.
The Stoneborn were permitted to use such routes to see to our master's demands. The debaucheries I have witnessed.
Oh, fancy. I like that little animation. Let me just quickly stop off at Rendell here.
Someone's left eye to see the rooms you've seen.
Bop, 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 bop.
This journey's gonna be...
After all my teachings, Renethal, still you reach beyond your station. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
To actually enunciate the word tisk.
Disappointment.
Oh, but you taught me well enough to dispatch so many of your underlings, Master.
True.
The bile
you
in
left
return.
Considerable detritus in your wake. If you're so fond of wreckage, my lumbering friend here will happily oblige.
Sludge fist.
Making this ruckus. Nobody disturb master.
These humans are.
See that they do not.
Oh, I thought he was going to jump down. Oh, he was going to break the portal and then jump down. Let us spider. Boopy Snoop. I mean, under normal circumstances, yes, but at the moment... Ooh. That's interesting.
I need to get...
Oh, this is one of those where everyone has to jump together. I can't remember what expansion they started doing that. Oh. He went into the pillar. I could have probably, like, willed survived out of that, but when I don't know what mechanics are there, if one isn't immediately killing me, I'd rather save me stuff. Oh, rocks. Oh, it's just doing a load of damage over time. Oh, hang on, we got some plate there. Actual useful things for me. Have a look. Oh, it's the big chunky one with spikes on it. Get some use out of those for the warrior. Oh, I like those cloth pants. Look at that, we got some injection vials and some bags. That's nice.
We must continue our pursuit.
The belt's got some stuff on it as well.
Fortunately, this mirror does not seem beyond repair. Be warned. Denathrius's most loyal guardians still stand between us and our quarry.
The anima, at least, when we go back to hand these tokens in, I just banged the mic. My apologies. At least we can store that anima, I guess. Okay, what have you got for us now? Ooh, the ramparts. Very pretty. Stained red. Stone Legion Generals.
Taking all my strength to hold back their onslaught.
Call! Grishol! Do not be blinded by misplaced loyalty! The power of Denathrius' flood will destroy Revendreth!
You are a disgrace to our kind, Draven.
Just gargoyles.
If you will not serve, then you will fall, Stoneborn! Strike down these usurpers!
I like their designs. Lanky and then big chunky and grey. Let's go.
Your rebellion ends here.
Oh, he's flown off.
Traitors must die!
An attack with both wings. What odd tooltip.
Champions! I will clear the skies!
Okay.
Bring me their anima, heroes.
Okay. I'll bring you the anima. Just give me a moment. There you go. I think I did it. What am I gathering the anima for, I wonder? I'll take it. Oh, right, reducing damage taken, so...
Friends, shield yourselves. You cannot escape my...
What, Jesus! It's a spectacle, this one. Again, even if I don't really understand what's going on, I can appreciate just how much is happening. Okay, up he goes again. Don't you ledge me, game. Do not throw me off a ledge. Okay, take their anima. Move them back to him. Oh, there's his bar at the top. Nope, 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 not off the edge. Don't want it. One more. I assume I can get thrown off the edge. I'm not willing to find out. Nah, cheers, Bobby. One more.
There is no stone. Old friend, do you still live?
Nope, get bubbled. Whatever's happening, I'm not letting it happen. Awesome. Male gloves. Interesting rocky design.
We're not the only ones manipulated and deceived, my friend.
Ooh, it's like padded quilt for the cloth chest piece. That looks very comfortable.
Has been made a pawn. The time has come to dethrone our former master. What we do next, we do for the sake of all the Shadowlands.
Yes, we go get him. Oh, you're just gonna open the window. Fancy. I'd stopped playing Hearthstone by the time Denathrius came in, but I knew his sword was a problem.
You must drive them back, my prince.
Who has a giant portrait of themselves, shirtless, in the... Oh dear. Bless him.
Mortals. Go, strike down the one who has betrayed us all.
I'm already on it. Hello.
Look, Remonia. These daring
Remonia?
have persevered through every obstacle put before them. It seems we have little choice left but to surrender.
Love it.
I have a better idea, Master.
Oh.
Let me carve them up instead.
Oh, she's having a great time.
Now there's a thought. We could flay these petulant, small-minded creatures and use their bows to pave the path for our ascension. Ooh, what to do, what to do.
They're just having fun with it.
Please, Master! It's been so long since I cut into living flesh!
Oh no.
Let me skewer them, slice them, slash them, vivisect them, cut ribbons from their...
Pace yourself, Remonia. Rushing one's work is so... unflattering.
So much unnecessary teleporting.
I shall assist our guests with their atonement. Once they have repented, I will permit you to rend their bodies and send their souls screaming into the maw.
Lingering words. Alright then, Denathrius. What's that about you?
Trust will be your downfall.
Burden of sin. No, I spied her.
The soul.
Ooh, very fancy.
Your vanity will cost you everything.
Put me down.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Okay, the door is locked, so he's not going to fling us outside. Whoa! Whoa!
Come to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will grant you a merciful end.
Can't hit that thing, it's already gone. Oh! Wow, that's pretty cool. In the chorus.
Remove this refuge from my sight.
Sword is here. Got people off to the sides. If I use the mirrors to go get them, will it end the fight?
I have been a patient host. I show restraint.
Not quite. Nope, now he's picked up his sword.
You shall have it.
Nah, there goes one. I'm gonna kill him before I kill any of them.
We'll all die at my feet!
Prepares to cut me down. And yet, I stand. Because I'm over-leveled as all hell. Wonderful spectacle, though.
Impossible! I am eternal!
I remember the cutscene.
This is not the end, Master. Let me
Oh, we got an achievement and a title.
In his essence.
Sinbreaker.
So I shall restore you, Master. We will have vengeance.
No. Denathrius will answer for his betrayal.
Oh yeah, they get trapped in the sword.
Treacherous prince. I will skew
She is so angry.
Slice you, slash you, vivisect you, cut ribbons from you.
We've all heard quite enough from...
They get away during the story as well at some point later.
If that sword truly holds the Sire's essence, I fear your spells alone cannot keep his power contained.
True. But I know something that can. We will bring the blade to Sinfall. The Naru that the mortals rescued, Zorali, has pledged to aid our cause. For too long, Denathrius has used the light as a weapon against our people in the Ember Ward. Now, it will be used to bind him.
A fitting fate for one so prideful. He will watch helplessly as we restore Revendreth and thwart the jailer's schemes.
Yes, my friend. Together with
Huzzah.
these mortals, we will claim victory.
Can I loot him now? There we go. Oh! Oh, and that must be how you do that quest to trigger that cutscene. I see, I see. Sure, we're in Revendreth, we can do that. What else did we get? Trinket. I hate getting trinkets from these goddamn things. Get a different weapon. Some there for all our different alts, and they're all warbound, so they all work. Don't need the memory, let's get rid of that. Hand in the anima, back in the old place. With the Kyrians. There are free things here for myself. Well, look. The Evoker is listed on here, so Evokers can go and get some goodies. Interesting. Alright, let us exit this place. I imagine there's never a drop chance for that sword, given it is not, what's the word? It's not oh, they were for the fight. My mistake. Sorry, I'm not sure what all the mechanics were and what was actually going to kill me. How do I leave? Which door's the exit? Prince Renafall. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, we just had to talk to him. Wait, which way have I gone? I've gone the wrong way. Okay, we go in here, we go back. Yep, there we are. There's the door. This is the way out. I'm with you, game. I'm with you. Invisible walls. Nah, thank you, Bobby. I got there eventually. Gate's locked. God damn it. We'll go deliver the sword. And I remember the cutscene, but we might as well let it play. I assume it will function. Oh no, because it won't be the part where they rescue him yet. Like the Nafrazim, the Dreadlords come and get him out. This will just be the locking. Sell all our spare things to Rendell here. Ooh. Fancy bubbly blood cloth shoulders. And I think in Shadowlands they hadn't gotten back to tier sets being proper sets. They were just like recolors for the different classes.
Be a brick and don't tell them mean boss.
Which nobody was really a fan of. Don't get me wrong, it cut down the work a lot for Blizzard. But it took away something very important. I'm glad they've gone back to tier sets now, and they have the pipeline set up to do so. Alright, so where are we going? Over here.
Enemies approach. Man the mirrors. Those that try
I will
to
not.
breach
Hang on, I don't know if he's inside or... Yeah, there we go. Hello, General. Yep.
You were ever fond of saying that the Venthyr do not destroy. We educate. It is time you were reminded of Revendreth's noble purpose.
As hesitant as they are to touch anything Shadowlands related with a brick, like with a barge pole, Denathrius is very popular. He can come back. It's just where. I think Xalatath could go get him. Depends if she's got any business with the Dreadlords. Like, they're the ones who come and rescue him. Xalatath is trying to get Fel energy from the Sword of Sargeras. Maybe she wants the Dreadlords to be some assistance with that. Which would then lead to Denathrius.
The shadows have yet to claim me.
Oh man, I forgot all about the Naru questline here. It's been so long. It feels like since Shadowlands. I know it hasn't actually been that long, but given the state of the world at the time, everything got a little stretched. Alright, let us move ourselves back to... where are we? Elysian Hold in Bastion. That is where I can hand in these fancy beads and all this leftover anima. I've no idea. Again, I played Shadowlands at launch. Had some fun with the questing. Saw that, at least for the Kyrian, their Covenant thing of fighting things was just random new Angel NPCs and not going back and fighting old legends, and that kind of took the wind out of the sails for me. As a solo player, it was like, eh. And then obviously there was so much negative talk at the time that you didn't end up wanting to go to play it, because even if I was trying to enjoy it, like separated from gearing, separated from the grinding, wanting to just enjoy it, when sentiment gets that constant in a space, I didn't want anything to do with it. So any of the benefits and good parts of Shadowlands, which there were, I stand by, were just completely overshadowed by that. And then when the patches came along, it was like I wasn't playing at that point. So I didn't end up going back through. So I think I eventually came back and did a bit of... I did a touch in the Maw. And then they... what was it? They chained a second part to the Maw? Korthia. Which it looks like I haven't even done, if that's a main quest chain. Like, I just completely skipped out that patch. Came here, had a look around. Clearly missing something there. Dunno. And then came back more proper for Zerif Mortis. Did a bit of stuff there. But didn't spend loads of time. Like, cleared the zone once in preparation for Dragonflight. But yeah, maybe Coffee is something we can knock off the list when content is on a bit of a slow bit, a bit of a downturn. We'll have to see. We're only just hitting the point, I feel, at least for me, where it's like, right, I've been doing my delves every week, we've been working on getting our rating for our Evoker, got more alts to level, but it's starting to hit that slow burn of the grind. And then next week, it's the anniversary patch. You know, that patch cadence that they worked on and did so well in Dragonflight, they've just kept going. Oh, I did like Bastion, though. I did like it. I think as well, it's so hard in any fiction when you start being like realms beyond, other planes, especially like the afterlife. To try and make it fit with your world at large. And I think they managed to do that okay. It just felt so different to a lot of people. I think the baseline Covenants worked a lot better than when they started doing all of like the Zereth Mortis like blocky stuff. You know, stuff like the worm we're riding. It was abstract in a way where you look at it and go, this feels a little more StarCraft in my Warcraft than I would like. But stuff like this I still think works pretty well. A lot of the iconography and like especially like the Valkyrie looking statues feel very other side of the mirror to what the Titans built. And they hinted at that a lot. There's still lots of links there. Especially having the different Covenants getting compared to like the different Order halls in Legion. Like, as cool as this is, it was never going to stand up to Warlocks having their own planet. Paladins having like those halls of the Silver Hand and stuff like that. They were so much more grounded. Okay, so I don't know where these people are. The reservoir was this thing. So I can put all this... Yeah, I'm here, game. Right? I'm at my reservoir. Or was it the big one? I can't remember for life of me.
Yes, mortal.
Oh, there we go. Deposit. Oh yeah, we were ways off filling this thing out. Needed way more stuff.
Archon Shield.
Okay, who do I hand these to? Just in our sanctum. So that'll be someone who did gear. Memory serves, that was someone down here. See what fancy transmogs we can get. Armor smith.
What do you see?
That seems likely. Oh look, transmog bits. Loads of transmog bits that I never got. Oh boy. Hang on a minute now. Do I want to get myself some fancy weapons? Pretty nice bow. It's an interesting colour. Hang on, let's go find the actual dude we're looking for first, before we engage with that. You're the renowned person, so...
as you wish.
Other stuff. How much of this do I have? Sod all. Sod all reservoir anima. Oh, I can buy all the other, like, cloth and all of that now because it's all warbound. Ooh. This is some nice capes, actually. Man, I kind of regret not just playing enough to get all of this stuff. And then I know each Covenant had some too. Like, again, say what you want about Shadowlands, but it had so much in the way of outfits. Like, I can't get any of that. Wings.
I trust I was.
Okay, but where do I hand all these tokens, game? Isn't someone down here? We'll find them. Be around here somewhere. Sanctum upgrades. You're the innkeeper. You're looking after a flight path. You're a renowned person. That's a conductor for something. Anybody in here? Nope. The next bit.
I await your instructions.
You are seen.
May your needs...
Oh, I remember being here a lot, trying to do the adventure bit.
My blade is always ready.
Yes, the fights and the memories and all of that jazz. Oh, outside to the right, facing towards the area where we've come
My
in.
wares are at your disposal.
Allow me to help.
While I'm here, I'm having a look. Yeah, there's so many things. From the different zones as well, Revendreth style stuff. Night Fae stuff here as well. Those like, I know like the Emerald Dream Patch had similar, but they're pretty cool warglaives for a Demon Hunter.
My pleasure.
This is why I'm saying Remix would be best for Shadowlands. There's so much to earn. There is so much to earn. For the right, you say? Ah.
Do you need to restock?
Ah, I'm with you. So we have Venerated, an Apogee, and another Venerated Spiritual. Like a great sword, please. Oh, it's just a mace. I'm confused. Fated Mythic. Not the one we have. We have these ones. I can only get the shield. And then I can get 2 of the others. The axes are a little blocky. The mace is a little much. But I think that's alright. All these others, I don't think any of my other... I didn't do like any alts in Shadowlands, so nobody's really in a covenant. You know what? I'll grab one of each sword, because I like the designs for different reasons. That was confusing. There we go. That worked out. Right, then we keep them in the inventory for a couple hours.
Thank you for your patronage.
And then we can just sell them for gold. Nice. Alright, well, it's been a fun little escapade into the Shadowlands and into the Legion Order Hall, just to have a glance at stuff. Let's make our way back to Donegal. And the next time we're on our main will likely be the anniversary patch. So, while we wrap up, I'm going to do a little anniversary transmog. Because this is what I do. Look at what lack of transmog does to us. Imagine, Cataclysm never introduced it. Game has half its subscribed players. Because everyone looks hodgepodge. What I think we want is some old school Warcraft looking stuff. Especially for the Paladin-y type thing. These big chunky Legion ones. There'll be lots of white and golds happening. Start with those pants. Right. Boots. God, ones are alright there. Can I find ones that match the colour a little better? quite as chunky as I would like. Whereas there, not too chunky, but a little too grey. These one's still doing it best for now. Those are nicer boots. This is the reason I've played this game so long. It is one of the best transmog systems in all games. Hands down. Easy. More and more are doing it now. Monster Hunter added lead armor. Fantastic. You know, they added it to Diablo and stuff like that. Oh, line with the blue kind of works, especially if we're going to be keeping the silver hand tab out. Yeah, no, I like that. But lucky for gloves. Colours do not match. I like the Kyrian one, but a bit much. Not quite the gold we need. Nah, I don't have the colours to match that one, unfortunately. Again, it's very hodgepodge over the years. At some point as the channel grows, I'd love to do little, like, not necessarily transmog competitions, but just to see what folks come up with. I enjoy it a great deal. Blue's a little off. Two off there. Battle Worn bandages is always an option. Always an option you can fall back on. Ye old chainmail. Kinda like it if we're going to be going into dead mines and stuff like that. Why not? Need to get this sword out of the way. Hang on, let me put like a dink on for a moment. There we go. Just so we can see. No. I want those leggings to show. The blues, not the reds. That's kind of okay there. I want something that really sticks out, like one of these. As for these, you think like if you imagine that kind of thing round your neck the whole time, how uncomfortable it might be. Seems to be a lot of room for his head though, and it still kind of works with the tabard and the colours we're going for. Have a quick glance further down. I don't want a robe at the moment. I am very fond of paladin robes and the longer stuff. But you don't want that when you've got fancy bits and fords on your hips going on. Yeah, I think we're good with that for now. Cape. Turn it off just while I sort out the shoulders. For those who don't know, you can transmog each shoulder separately these days. It's a delight. Take a bit of Bernie Hallowfall with us. One on the other side's the, the big fancy one. Hang on. Cape. Now, because I'll have a cloak. Time for anniversary. Kind of like it with the colours we've got going on. Maybe the Hallowfall one's a bit much. Hang on, let me knock the helmet off. The white shoulder cape's not bad. Neither's the blue. Now we look with an actual cape first. I liked having these little bedrolls. So at the moment they started doing different back transmogs, that really opened things up. All sorts you can get, even now. Only a few expansions really with it. I know they did a little bit in Shadowlands, like how they introduced it, but I don't remember when they added these, the like orc crests. No, I like my capes simple. Yeah. Almost looks good without the shoulder pad on this side. Because cape and this, sometimes it can be a little much. A little bit. Almost. Now, do we have the... Where is that hourglass again? Swap sides of it, because you want that on your right shoulder. That's where you're swinging off of. Too much. Almost. I quite like that. We have the different recolors of this fancy sword one, like the silver one. That might be an idea. Cool, but far too big with what we're going for. Not with the red. It's close. It's close. That incorporates a bit of the blue. That offsets too much. I do always like... This is old school. You have a big, chunky pauldron. Wow. Like, that kind of looks and fits better. But that's Warcraft to me. That's why we're here. Ridiculous shoulder pads. See if we can go any further also. We could obviously go with the thing to meet the board in the centre. I think it sticks out just a little too much. It's nice. It's just a little much with the rest of it. Now the gold's off. I like these because they have these wings coming out of them. We have the white and black dark paladin set at one point. It's pretty fun to mix it up with. I like those robot teeth. No. Scrolling is good. I don't think the blue quite does it. I like it, but I think it's just overcomplicating things. Don't like weird spider ones. I always try and find an excuse to wear the Elite Pandaria PvP bits. I only ever got the shoulders and the helm, but I have them. Go with it, though. Nope, they always seem too flat. And white tiger ones from Mists. A little too yellow rather than gold. Some of the old Wrath ones, they were good. I always wish there was like a brighter, more paladin-y colour for them, but people really like that set. Oh, the Swift Steel, I remember paying an exorbitant amount to get the plans to make those. You can still sell for quite a bit on the auction house. The old Burning Crusade ones. I like these bold ones a lot. Nah, super old ain't gonna cut it. I think it's either the scrolling or one of these two. And that one works better. Big shoulder pad, I don't know. Not fully there yet. Need to actually pick another sword. I used to love this goddamn thing. That was another one that I just spent too long trying to make. Guardian Blade, that handle's just a little too yellow. Where's the... Too much. Fantastic, but too much. There it is. Just the modern, done version of this. I love going back to these simple ones. I really like when they put transmogs like this in. Because there's so many fancy weapons. And a lot of them do go. But the simple stuff really speaks to me. Let's just have a quick glance through. Can I get away with using Corrupted Ashbringer? I could, but... It's a little much. I'll always love the lightning one. I wish I went and got its recolours back in then. Ridiculous Mr. Pandaria PvP weapons. Stuff from Remix. Nah, I think I keep it with a simple one. I just like it too much. $750 gold. Shoulder pad, given the gloves we're wearing, does overbear it a little bit. I think we do in fact tone it down. Yeah, it works a little better. Here we are. We're looking all paladin-y for the anniversary. Alright. It's been going quite a while. With that then, folks, thank you very much for watching. Cheers for all those who've come along live and those who'll watch later. Thanks for giving me your time. Like the video if you enjoyed yourselves. Let's get through that algorithm so more folks can come and enjoy these different games and stories with us. Subscribe for more content on the channel. We're here every morning on the weekday, 9 AM UK time for World of Warcraft. And we're here 6 PM in the evenings playing other games. We'll be back this evening going for a couple of old nostalgic ones. I think the next one on the list is Might and Magic Clash of Heroes from the Xbox Live Arcade days. Had a grand old time with it. You as well, Bobby. Cheers for sticking about. You can find playlists for all the different games we've gone through right here on the channel. Until next time, much love, take care,